Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, I wanna go over semiconductors again. I have an update. There is a flip-flop that happened in the post-market in the price action. We do have a news that came out that has affected the semiconductors. So we'll take a look at NVIDIA, AMD, SMCI, ARM, and Broadcom. And what happened? Well, US issues export licensing requirements for NVIDIA, AMD chips to China. The US Commerce Department said on Tuesday it was issuing new export licensing requirements for NVIDIA's H20, AMD's MI308 artificial intelligence chips and their equivalents to China. The bummer is that NVIDIA said earlier on Tuesday that it would take 5.5 billion in charges after the US government limited exports of its H20 artificial intelligence chips to China, a key market for one of its most popular chips. Now, this is the bummer and this is the killer of the price action because NVIDIA came out with a number. 5.5 billion in charges. Now they could have stayed quiet, right? But hey, no, they want to jump ahead, right? No one asked NVIDIA anything. They could have waited, right, until the earnings call happened. Anyways, guys, so let's take a look at the price action because NVIDIA is right at that place where I mentioned that until where I'm still fine, 105, right? Let's get to the hourly interval. That's where we'll get to see the post-market price action and you can see a drop. We'll take a look at all other semiconductors as well, but as you can see, we have a drop right over there. Now, as what I said in the video earlier today, that as if we lose this level of 109 and 13 cents or 15 cents area, this zone, that will open up the doors to 106 area. Now, markets are very efficient. Okay, by the time they would close at this very important level. So we already got that move, unfortunately, right? So this level is still important. Okay, now tomorrow, now this is an update, right? Because price action has already made a move that was possibly would happen in this scenario tomorrow, but we already had that in the post market now. So at this point, guys, intraday though, now because it's a little bit of a negative sentiment of the news as well, we might see that as expediting this technicals more in the downside, possibly tomorrow, we'll see. But the thing is that as if we lose now this 104 and 105, it opens up the doors down to this $100 area on NVIDIA again, and we'll see if it gets absorbed there. Anyhow, if any rebound starts to happen here, until 109 area now, it will just be a rebound intraday. We will still have a lower high, unfortunately. So if any rebound happens, there is still this intraday weakness. So we have lost that running uptrend, and that's why I provided this level, because that will lose once we lose this area, okay? And that's pretty much what happened. Now intraday, though, the sentiment has turned to the negative side through the rebounds as well. Now, yes, I said that until here, overall structure, I'm still just fine. But the thing is that this is getting a little bit propelled by that very negative sentiment that affects the financials. So again, so most likely we might see some lingering weakness tomorrow, but anyways, technical trading basis, as if we lose 104, it's going to open up area this $100. Then we'll see, this is the next important zone as a magnet, and we'll see if price action can stabilize here, and then we'll see. We'll have to see tomorrow in the when the pre-market and when the market opens what the price action does, because that will tell us a lot as well. Because when these news happens in the post-market and post-market price moves, there's not much liquidity, and therefore a little bit of bigger volume can really a lot move the price action. Okay, so anyways, that's NVIDIA. That's something to watch for tomorrow. AMD also, I have an update. Poor thing, this was looking so good. Let's get to the hourly interval. Now this thing has come down. All right, And at this point, very similar to NVIDIA. Now, I said that this is the zone. As if we lose 93, it's a problem. It's a weakness again. Unfortunately, it happened in the post market now. And so we didn't even get a chance to be in the regular trading market hours. You can still trade in the post market, not a problem. But you have to be always on the lookout of your positions, right? You can set the alerts, things like that. But this drop, like you would have had maybe just what 5 minutes to make a decision, though, right? So yeah, that's you gotta get an alert, and then within 5 minutes you gotta make updates to your positions, right? That's what the trading is, guys. Now the thing is that at this point, unfortunately, the overall structure was all well, it was still not that full on breakout that I wanted to see above $100. Until then, this was a really good setup, though. We got that. Now the problem is that any rebound until 92 area, this zone 93 area almost, it's just going to be a rebound. We are in again a problem. Now we'll have to wait and see where it stabilizes. At this point, yeah, we'll have to trade with the levels. There's this zones like 83 and 85. If we can stabilize here somehow, that's also great, but we'll have to see where it forms an uptrend. Right now we're just in the downtrend. Even if rebound happens until A93, it will just be a rebound, nothing more than that. So that will be our target. So, but yeah, we have gotten back in the weakness on AMD, all right? Now, with other ones, I'm going to go really quickly because all are affected, but I just want to talk about it. SMCI was already a little bit, it did its rebounds, but it was already weak. And you can see it just, just continued lower. For this one, this is as long as it now stays above any of this 32.77, 33.42, it's just going to stay in the weakness. It's also in the negative zone below this area. Yeah, broke the structure. ARM was already negative for me, so nothing much changed. It kept rejecting at that blue box, never broke out above that. I mentioned that it will only open up for me as we can get above this zone of 108 or 109 almost. We never got that. I talked about this in many days ago. But anyways, I'm just showing you like all semiconductors are broken, right? This is in the downtrend right now, intraday as well. Continuously lower highs, lower lows. For this one, 103 and 54 cents. Below this, that's just going to be a rebound. If any rebound happens, we're just in the downtrend. And Broadcom, it's not that bad actually though. But I do think Broadcom still has a room to a little bit stabilize and turn around. It still has a lot of room. But I don't want to see it lose this 166 eventually. I want to see it stay above that, and better if it can just stay above this reference line. Now I talked Broadcom with the members. It's a weekly pick for this week as well. Not just this week, but it's been going a really good play for us. I talked with the members this particular thing. For those, if you need access to my tools and all that other stocks coverage that I do with the members, check out the details in the description of this video. Now, Broadcom, I'm not too worried yet, but again, I'll have to see tomorrow what the market does. Yeah, in near term, it can still remain the weakness, though near term intraday at least 170 now, as if we stay below 177 area. So that's the thing, though. All right, guys, that's all I had. I wanted to provide you an update, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.